Hello everybody, this is John and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're taking a look at Alan Moore's comic Tom Strong. This is from America's Best Comics. If I remember, America's Best Comics was a subset of Wildstorm, and Wildstorm started out as a subset of Image Comics. It was owned by Jim Lee, and Jim Lee made a deal with Alan Moore to publish his America's Best Comics, and then Jim Lee sold Wildstorm to DC, and Alan Moore found himself working for DC again, a company that he has a lot of bad blood with because of how he was treated with the Watchmen. Alan Moore was told that he would get the rights back to the Watchmen when they went out of print, but DC has never let it go out of print. They're constantly reprinting the collections of the Watchmen. So it's been almost 40 years, and Alan Moore has not got the rights to the Watchmen back. So he swore he would never work for DC again. And when all this corporate shenanigans went around, found himself working for DC, he just canceled all of his comics because that's the way Alan Moore is. All right, so this was a wonderful series. What year is this? 1999. Okay, in the Lost Laboratory of Adabar Teru, a revealing complete story in the first issue. This cover is by why can't I think of his name now? That's gonna drive me nuts that I can't remember how he Alex Ross. Alex Ross did the cover, and this is an homage to all the pulp heroes. The pulps being the magazines before comic books. So he is like Doc Savage, Man of Bronze, redone with a lot of the original. With Tarzan and the original Philip Wiley's Gladiator, who was the inspiration for Superman. So we have Alan Moore, the writer, Chris Sprouse, the artist, Al Gordon, the inker, and Ted Ehrlich. I think he does the color. We'll see when we get inside. But Chris Sprouse, you're gonna fall in love with his art. Look at this. So, idle hands, a touching story of a boy in his right hand. So here we have I think his name is Timmy Turbo. Timmy Turbo is a little kid reading about the adventures of Tom Strong. What does it say down here in the indicia? First printing, America's Best Comic. Okay, nothing to read. Yeah, Timmy Turbo in Millennium City, and he's reading about the adventures of Tom Strong. So here, I just love the I guess Art Deco and superheroes just go so well together. So that's a young Tom Strong and his parents. I forget their names, but that's Timmy Turbo. He's going on and he's going to read about Tom Strong. So here he is. The story begins. So this is the origin of Tom Strong. So Timmy Turbo is getting on an airship or cable car with his parents, and here it is, 1899. So it's 100 years prior. And it's Age of Sail, and the sailing ship is, and this is Tom Strong's parents. The fan keeps blowing the page, so they're having a little trouble and crash landing on the island of Adabar Teru. Alan Moore writer, Chris Sprouse pencil, Alan Gordon inker, Tom Ehrlich colorer, Todd Klein letterer, Scott Dunbar editor, and created by Alan Moore and Chris Sprouse. Look at this wonderful art. See, here they are in I assume some Pacific island. I'm not sure if they tell you exactly where the ship crashes. They get the supplies. Silent Hill. Okay, practical magic. And here they are. They're burying some of the crew members who didn't survive. And the father is unpacking Newman. And who is Newman? Well, he's their robot butler, the pneumatic man. So purposely outdated the way it looks. So this is practically the origin of Tarzan minus Newman. Tarzan's parents crash in some place in the heart of Africa, and they live in a little log cabin and raise baby Tarzan, and they're killed. and he is raised by gorillas. But here they are on this island. He has Newman. I love that. It's a little stove. You got to put fire, stuff in there for him to burn, some steampunk. And here he is talking, and he's going out to do the work. Meanwhile, some ominous pair of eyes is watching. And time passes. Newman builds a home for them in this caldera. They could be happy here. And some mom and pop stuff is going on. And time passes. I love the transition. Some hanky panky, and then some screaming. What's going on? Time passes. The baby's being born. Okay. And what's this? Oh, the voices. It's the people, the indigenous people who live on Adabar Taru. What do they want? Of course, is this like a culture clash? What's going on? So she looks at the baby. Oh, he's such beautiful. What should we call him? Thomas. That shall be his name. Tom Strong. End of part 1. So here we go back to Timmy Turbo. Enjoying everything. And he's just oblivious to what's going on outside. Come on, Grandma, give me the purse. So it's getting skyjacked by a blimp, airships and cable cars. That's such a old-fashioned retro future thing. I like. Tell me, is eyeball okay? Car accident. It's kind of gruesome. I don't want to particularly look at that. And here comes Tom Strong to the rescue. Remember, he's reading about the adventures of Tom Strong. That was 100 years ago, and here he is now. So we'll get to that. So you already know that Tom Strong, one of his abilities is longevity. So he's oblivious to everything that's going on. Tom is out there fighting. Now we're back 1903. Look, you can see the little village is growing, getting more scientifically advanced. He's grown up in here. Look, he's already super strong. Now, so they already had the Tarzan origins. Now we're getting into Philip Wiley's Gladiator origins, where he isolated I forget the character's name, but that was the character that Superman was based on. They were isolated away, and he injected his pregnant wife with these serums to make the kid strong, and then he raised them in like a harsh environment, so he would get stronger and stronger. So now he's being raised in a high gravity environment with Newman as his body, as his companion and helper. And look, he's lifting these riveted metallic blocks. That's how strong he is. Because I just want to feel his skin against my cheek just for a while. Dear Susan, there'll be plenty of time for that by the boy's 11. I should calculate he should be ready to emerge. So he's experimenting on his own child. So now we have two pulp heroes. We got Gladiator, and we have Tarzan origin mixed. So like I said, this is all a mix. What is this? Oh, a video game? Okay. So this is how his parents interact with him. They wear these suits to protect them from the crushing gravity. And she's trying to hug the boy, and they're having dinner with him. Meanwhile, the Ozu, I think, is the name of the tribe. The Ozu lives, and then volcano. There's an earthquake, and it kills Sinclair. What's happening? What's happening? You know, the father was killed by the earthquake, and here come the villagers. I can't understand it, you know, the nonsense language. I'm sure, knowing Alan Moore, he made mean something. So here's Tom. My parents are dead. My mother and father are dead. So he learned the language, and he's talking to them. He knows their language. Tom's strong, and he's crying. So he emerged, and he's like, "Gee, I guess I got something in my eyes." That poor kid, you know. Again, he's totally oblivious to everything that's going on. Here's the current day Tom Strong outside fighting all the bad guys that are trying to skyjack the cable car. Out with this helicopter suit, and the kid's like, look, everybody's watching out the window, and he's just reading the comic. That's better now. Yeah, he's got him. What a great guy. Amazing. I tell you, he's the greatest. Yep. Hey, will you keep it down? So we're back to Adabar Taru in 1921. Look at, you went from a wooden shack in a caldera to like this turbine. And here he is. He's 21 years old. Or 22 rather. Yeah, 21. And here he is, young man, big broad shoulders, working right. So now we got the Doc Savage going. Doc Savage, man of bronze. He was a whatever skill anybody had. Doc Savage was better. So just merged Doc Savage with Gladiator and with Tarzan now. So he's Mr. Science. He's built this whole functioning enclave in here, and now the village. He taught them all English, because your English is better than my Ozu, Woomba. And this is the card chief. They took him in as one of his own. He improved their life while they saved his life. They taught him all of these like mysterious herbs and herbal medicines that grow on his planet, notably the Goloka root, which extends their life. So everybody on this island has a really long life. And then with his scientifically advanced muscles and stuff like that. So he's going back to Millennium City to visit. And Savine, if I remember correctly, Savine has taken over Tom Strong's father's enterprises. So now he's coming back to take over his dad's company. And of course, Savine, he's going to be like the Dr. Savannah, the Lex Luthor to him. And they're fighting. Tom Strong marries I forget what his wife's name. That's it, Dalula. So Dalula and Tom Strong get married, and they have a daughter named Tesla. And she inherits some of his strength. So here she is. Look at, this is 1999 now. It's modern. They're wearing t-shirts. Tom Strong changed their development for the past, and they taught him a lot of the hidden herbal medicine. So it's a good blend. And here's Solomon, a super intelligent monkey, because it's pulp. You got to have super intelligent monkey. And this is the strongmen of America. This is the name that everybody calls them: Tom, Dalula, Tesla, Newman, and Solomon. And he's just like, wow, that was great. Totally oblivious that Tom Strong was mere feet away from him. So here they are. The news is talking about Tom Strong saves the day. Little kid's like, wow, reading. And then literally walks right past him. Welcome to the club. Remember 2059? Glad I could help you get to school on time, huh? Holy socks! So he just... And here's the cover to Tom Strong 2. I know I didn't do it justice. And here's a introduction written by Alan Moore, very verbose, cover by Alex Ross. So, wow, look at this, car oil. I guess, whatever, what does that say? So here we have Tom Strong. It lasted, I don't even know. Sorry about the sneeze, snuck up on me. It lasted, I think, 10 years. But I don't think 12 issues a year came out. And America Best was they had Tomorrow Stories, Tom Strong, and there was another one that and Promethea. Promethea, wonderful comic, talking about the tarot cards. Every issue is based on a tarot card. So this was my favorite. He was a science hero instead of superhero, and it was when he went to Millennium City, he was like Flash Gordon and Superman, just protecting the city from all sorts of scientific problems, space invaders, dimensional beings. It is just such a wonderful trip through everything that I like about comics. Alan Moore has such a childlike, joyful love of superheroes and comic books that this is just a pleasure to read. Not a bad issue, and this is actually the worst issue because you had to establish the hero and get that over with, and then he just jumps into the story. It is so good. There's 6 collected hardcovers of this. or you could get the single issues. I never looked up the price. I don't know if this is a valuable single issues or what, but I would get the first trade, the first 6 issues, see if you like it. It is so good. I cannot recommend this enough. This Alan Moore, you see his name on a comic, you just buy it, you just read it. He's a kind of a bitter old guy now, and he's barely doing comics. I don't know what he's doing. He probably doesn't need to work. I'm sure he made a fortune, and I'm sure he got paid from the Watchmen movies and stuff like that. He also did the From Hell comic, that the movie with Johnny Depp. Just a prolific, phenomenal writer. Everything he touches is so good. I'm currently reading his Cinema Purgatorio, based on like legends in early Hollywood. Really bizarre, but really good. But anyway, back to Tom Strong. This is just a love of comic books and pulp fiction, just rolled into fantastic artwork by Chris Sprouse. Top tier. Just in the top of the pyramid as far as comic books go. I'm just going to start repeating myself, so I might as well end it here. But can't recommend this enough. And that's kind of what I do on this channel, is just bring out my love of comics and love it. Why bring out a bad comic? Why bring everybody down? This is just such good stuff. Okay, there we go. I'm looking for the control when I realize it's in my hand, my phone. And I'm going to sign out. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. America's Best Comics on America's Best Holiday. There you go.